Yeah, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. What's up? What's good? What's popping? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's really good in the hood? It's your man. What's up? What's good? What's popping? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's really good in the hood? It is your man Theo Butler, and welcome to the closeout. Yes. Well, we wrap up SEC games from yesterday. We also gonna talk Colorado, USC, and we got some more comic book information. So, oh, excuse me. Excuse me. If you've ate dinner, bring it with you. If you've already ate dinner, that's good. Y'all come on in and sit down and copper squat for a few. We gonna get on down and make it do what it do. I think I just rhymed. We got a hot topic, bevy of topics for tonight. I think we do. You know what, I'm gonna stop saying I think we do. We got a great show tonight. So let's go ahead and go over those topics. So you'll know exactly what we're looking at tonight. I can't necessarily tell you that we'll have them in this order. What's going on, RC? RC with Hoops. Appreciate you for rocking with me, brother. Hey, man, them dogs scared me yesterday. Them dogs scared me yesterday. Yes, we going to get on in it and everything like that. But like I said, first, let's make sure we go over what our topics are going to look like for this evening. I definitely appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Y'all rock with me like I'm rocking with y'all. I'm rocking with y'all. Y'all rock with me. So we got the new AP poll that's out. Where are the SEC teams at? That's a great question. We got Deion Sanders, a lesson in blackness. Yes, that's clickbait because I need everybody to come on in with this one. I'm going to sit on down and we're going to go to church when we get to that one right there. Then we also got the 10 most important Black Panther moments. I'm going to see if you agree with them. I'm just going to report the news. I'm just going to report the news. I got nothing to do with this. If you agree with it, you agree with it. Let me make sure I got these notes, these chats up to date and everything like that. We'll also make sure I got this right. 10 greatest X-Men comic book runs of all time. We're going to see if we agree with that because the Rock With Me Nation, we got comic book fans over here. Kang Dynasty. I'm just reporting the news, but it's a question of whether or not it's been canceled or not. Once again, I'm just reporting the news. Like I said, that's all I can do is report the news. And if you've been rocking with me like I've been rocking with you, like I've been rocking with you, like you've been rocking with me, you love superhero comic books and everything like that. You love the superhero genre. And by and large, you're a fan of fiction. I believe that the superhero genre, that little box right there, that little category right there, you know how you got rap and the music industry didn't want to acknowledge rap for the longest time? I believe that superhero fiction is the red-headed stepchild of fictional storytelling. And I'm going to explain to you why. We're going to jump off on that. But first, before we begin, let's make sure we got those likes and everything like that. Click like, share, subscribe. Hey, if you rock with me, we 3 in, we 3 deep. We gonna make it do what it do with the 3 that we got. Everybody else gonna have to come on in and see what's going on. First topic. Did you watch college football yesterday? I did. I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan. Y'all know I'm a diehard Georgia Bulldog. It's official now. But hey, listen. The Rock With Me Nation moderators in the building, and I'm always feeling legit hype, crunk when he come in. Appreciate you rocking with me. Theo don't make him turn into Skeletor. I ain't saying, just saying. So, listen, college football yesterday. Like I said, y'all know I'm a huge Georgia Bulldog fan. Not to be confused with fanatic. There is a difference. I was concerned about this game yesterday. Why? Because by and large, this was going to be Georgia's first true road test. That's Jordan-Hare Stadium. I don't care what Auburn's record is. I don't care. I didn't see Georgia go there and things just don't turn out the way you want them to turn out. Well, when we look at this game, Georgia entered this game yesterday as 14-point favorites. They did. Somebody forgot to tell Auburn. 27-20 was the final score. What did I take away from the game as not only, and I'm going to start listing off my titles. What did I take away from the game? These lies be sneaking up on me, but I'm here. Hey, brother, I'm always appreciative, man. I'm always appreciative. As a Georgia Bulldog fan, what did I learn? As a college football analyst. I said it. As a football analyst, what did I learn about the game yesterday? Well, Auburn, Georgia, regardless of what those records are, that's going to always be a tough game because that's a rivalry game. Carson Beck is unflappable. I'm saying that. I'm not saying he's a great quarterback. That's not what I said. He's unflappable. Georgia only got 107 yards on the ground yesterday. They needed him, regardless of whether he only threw for one touchdown or not. They needed him to throw to keep them in the game. Well, one of the questions that we had, Georgia, going into the season, this Carson Beck, this five-star quarterback. What's going on? Come on, what's going on? This a five-star quarterback. Yes, he is a five-star quarterback, but a walk-on kept him sitting on the bench for 2 years. So what are we getting with Carson Beck? Well, what we got is a dude who he looks unassuming. and he don't, as Kirby has alluded to, he doesn't let the pressure get to him. He doesn't get rattled. Well, yesterday, he threw for over 300 yards. Like he didn't care. He didn't care. And Georgia needed every bit of that for them to get the W. So that's what they got. What else did we learn though? As a Georgia Bulldog fan, as a college football analyst, if you have been following college football, if you have been following the Georgia Bulldogs, Kirby came into the season concerned about his defensive front. He did. And yesterday, his defensive front surrendered 219 yards rushing to Auburn. Y'all need me to say that one more time? 219 yards on the ground. When was the last time you seen a Georgia defense give up anything on the ground? Even the Alabama. When's the last time you seen what's going on, Grand Madam? What's going on? When's the last? We don't see stuff like that. Which, if you're a Georgia Bulldog fan, a college football analyst, you're going to ask yourself a question about next week's opponent, the Kentucky Wildcats, who ran for 329 yards on Florida. Yesterday, Kentucky, I picked Kentucky. Y'all know, if y'all was rocking with me yesterday morning, I told you I was picking Kentucky. I didn't like it. I said I'm picking Kentucky. Now, I only picked Kentucky by 3. Vegas, I only picked Kentucky by 3. I guess if we want to put the other 3 in there, we get our 33. I picked Kentucky by 3 because I just didn't like it. Well, 33-14. Vegas had Kentucky favored by 1.5. I had Kentucky by 3 or 4. So clearly Vegas and myself got that wrong. Clearly I was a little bit closer to what Kentucky was going to do than Vegas. So y'all might want to start rocking with your boy when it come down to SEC football. I keep it right there in SEC play. So my question that I have to ask is, because Florida only had 69 yards rushing. Like, this the Florida Gators that we talking about. This the same Florida team that looked unstoppable against Tennessee. What up, Mr. Theo and everybody? What's going on, Big Ronnie? What's going on? This is the same Florida team looked unstoppable against Tennessee. I got a theory for that, and I'm going to come back to that. Is Bill Napier on the hot seat? If you're Florida, what's going on? What's going on? Vegas isn't watching Theo yet. Yeah. If you're Florida, where do you go from here? Entering the season, Florida had NIL issues. We remember the player. He was going to go to Florida. But it was like, hey, man, y'all ain't got my money. I'm out. We knew that. Remember when I said I got a theory as to why Florida played the way they played? I looked at some things. And this is where it comes into play, just honing in either on one team or one conference, because you lose yourself if you ain't got the resources to be looking at every team that play football. The SEC don't travel. If you look at games where SEC teams went on the road, they don't travel particularly well. Let's take a look at this top 25 and you'll see exactly what I mean. Well, Georgia's number 1, right? Okay, cool. Well, Georgia struggled yesterday against Auburn. I think we all saw that. Michigan number 2. What's good, Chip? Michigan number 2, Texas number 3. Ohio State number 4, Florida State number 5. Florida State struggled, but that's not a SEC team. So Penn State is number 6, Washington number 7, Oregon is number 8, USC number 9. I'm gonna come back and talk about USC in relation to Colorado in a few. Notre Dame number 10, Alabama's number 11. Alabama don't travel well. We saw that with USF. We're going to talk about the Alabama game and why Alabama fans, why they should be excited about getting that W, why you still might need to be concerned about your team. So Oklahoma's number 12, Washington State's number 13, North Carolina number 14 in the country. Oregon State, number 15, Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin. Ole Miss, number 16, Lane Kiffin. What team impressed you the most this weekend? Lane Kiffin. With everything to lose. Everything to lose. Everything to lose. Because by and large, you playing in the SEC West, your measuring stick is Alabama. That's it. That's the measuring stick if you're in the SEC West. You just lost to Alabama. Why? And some people actually thought you had a chance to beat Alabama. Some people actually had Ole Miss favored to beat Alabama. And you go in there and Alabama right now, and this is the caution that I'm looking at, I want to give to Alabama fans. Alabama is a team playing right now with one arm tied behind its back, and that's the way it's going to sit for the rest of the season. Yes, I know they beat Mississippi State 40-17 yesterday. I know that. I know that. And everybody and their mama that's an SEC fan, college football analyst, we know Mississippi State has a rookie coach. He shouldn't be there. The former head coach passed away tragically. The offensive system that they got does not fit the players that are there. It doesn't. With all that said yesterday, I want you to think about this. Because Alabama got to play Texas A&M. I would stay away from this game because ain't now one of them teams looking good despite the scores they're putting up. Alabama, they were favored by 14.5 points. Safe to say, they covered. 164 yards passing. 193 rushing. Y'all like, well, Theo, that's good. You could say that. Unless you take into consideration that Jalen Milroe had 69 of them yards. Jalen Milroe, the starting quarterback, basically had half of them yards by himself. Why is that a concern? Remember when I said they passed for 164? They rushed for 193. My question to you is, you know damn good and well Mississippi State is not a throwing football team right now. They gonna run. Mississippi State got 154 yards on the ground yesterday, and while we might sit up here and say that's not a lot, it is when you know they can't throw. Kind of like with Georgia. You knew what Auburn was gonna do. You gave up 200 yards on the ground. Well, Alabama, you gave up 107. Okay, they can't throw. They can't throw. And Mississippi State not trying to throw. They're trying to run the ball down your throat. 159 yards. Remember when I said Jalen Milroe rushed for 69 yards? That was 6.3 yards a clip. Jalen Milroe. Well, Mississippi State's tailback, Jay Marks, rushed for 68 yards yesterday, 7.6 a clip. Mississippi State is not a good football team. They're not. They are not a good football program at this particular point in time. They're not. Everybody knows the game plan when you go up against Mississippi State. They are determined to run the football. They're not trying to throw. 107 yards, don't get caught up on that number. They're not trying to throw. They're trying to run the football. Well, the best way I can say it is this. This is the SEC. I said teams don't travel well. Well, Alabama going to have to go on the road. You can't always depend on your quarterback who's going to be the leading rusher. This is what you're looking at. Because honestly, I can't even say Alabama's defense did what they were supposed to do yesterday. By and large, playing a team that you know is not good, you know they gonna run. Not only do they run for almost, people gonna say, Theo, you're making it much. One guy rushed for that means every time they turn around and hand the ball off to this dude, he was getting 7, at least 5. And you know he was running the football, he still got 5. In essence, what I'm asking you is, do you believe that Mississippi State is the best team that Alabama's going to play this season? No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not. They're not. So 40-17 is 40-17, but guess who they got to play next Saturday? Texas A&M. Figure it out. Figure it out. So that's where we are. We've covered those 3 games and everything like that. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. But y'all know how I want to get in here. I want some stuff that I'll get in here. I want to talk about and everything like that. I want to make sure. What do I have my notes? Do I have my notes? That's the doggone thing right there, dude. Does Theo have his notes? Lord have mercy, Jesus. Does Theo have his notes? I'm looking. Theo is looking for his notes, and Theo don't see his notes. These Steezer. Boy, look. Hold on. Boy, look, you try and be professional with your lives and have everything set up, and you sit back and you be like, well, goodness gracious, I'm out of touch. Anyway, here we go. We're gonna make it do what it do. I do apologize and everything like that. I thought I had my notes all lined up. I was confident that I had everything set up for today, that I had written everything out, and it turns out at the end of the day, I made a liar out of myself. That's okay. I apologize for that. We're going to keep it right on rolling. Deion Sanders. Theo getting his teleprompter. Deion Sanders. A lesson in blackness. Shout out to everybody. So, a lesson in blackness. First of all, I want to preface this by giving thanks to my grandfather, who said to me growing up in rural Southwest Georgia at the age of 14, 15 years old, he saw me. I was being swayed. There were biases. Camilla, Georgia. Look it up. Google it and everything like that. That's the same place where the cemetery just recently became integrated. So he saw how I was going. I was mindset, perception versus reality. He said to me, he said, Gerald, he said, not every black man is your friend and not every white man is your enemy. Cool. Growing up in Southwest Georgia, those of y'all that's rocking with me like I'm rocking with y'all, y'all know how I feel about the N-word. James Jackson, the first black quarterback to start for the University of Georgia. Google it. He and I went to the same high school. My starting quarterback, my sophomore year in high school, we won the state championship. James Jackson was that quarterback. Should have went to Florida State, but Florida State did not want to recruit him because he was a brother. I remember one fateful summer talking to some kids my age, because James was 2 years older than me. What I said to James, what's up, Nick? I said that. And he checked me. Don't you ever call me that. I'm not that. If I let you call me that, they'll hear you call me that, and they'll think it's okay for them to call me that. Now stay right there with what I just said. Y'all see the shirt that I got on under further review. He said, if they hear you call me that and I let you call me that, they'll think it's okay for you to call me that. Stay right there with that one. Deion Sanders, a lesson in blackness. In the lifetime that I've been living, there are quite a few brothers and sisters who don't identify as black. And when I say they don't identify as black, it's not a matter of them not identifying as African American. No, they Native American. They mix with something. They whatever it is, they just not that. Some claim black through their outer vitiates, their appearance, but their verbiage is contrary to being black. And then some you would not know they were black until they actually opened up their mouth. It's like, oh, okay. I had no idea. Jason Whitlock and Candace Owens fall into the category of those who look black until you hear them speak. Oh, them. Deion Sanders, Jackson State, Lincoln Riley, Oklahoma. Jackson State, Deion Sanders leaves Jackson State in a better state, excuse the pun, than it was when he got there. We know that. It's history. It's American history. What Deion Sanders did at Jackson State is American history. We ain't got to go by word of mouth. That's American history. Look it up. Lincoln Riley left Oklahoma and went to USC. Some people, the media, did have an issue with what Lincoln Riley did. That's fair. But Lincoln Riley's ethnicity, his race, never got called into question. No one who looked like me ever questioned Lincoln Riley's ethnicity nor his race. No one that looked like Lincoln Riley questioned his ethnicity or his race based on his decision. It wasn't a talking point. I don't remember Jason Whitlock saying Lincoln Riley was an embarrassment to white people. I don't remember because Lincoln Riley keeps his visor on. I don't remember watch this, a European, Caucasian, white coach saying about Lincoln Riley, my mama's told me when I'm talking to adults to take my hat off. I don't remember that. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Y'all let me know in the comment section. If I'm wrong, we're wrong. These two are appointed by the powers that be on their mouthpieces. Yeah. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Y'all put it down in the comment section. I apologize. But I don't remember anyone that looked like me going after Lincoln Riley like that. And I definitely don't remember anybody, European American, Caucasian American, going after Lincoln Riley like that type of vitriol. He just didn't. I like to be fair. I tell y'all I believe in equal energy. I tell y'all that. Equal energy. Well, when Colorado kicked off this season, the first game they played was against TCU. Now, if you watched the game, covered the game, I covered it. By and large, there was no vitriol. The how can I put it? The fandom surrounding the game was that this was Deion's first game coaching at Colorado. That's what that was. You didn't hear anything from the TCU staff. You didn't. You didn't hear anything. You didn't hear anything derogatory from the TCU staff about Deion Sanders, about Colorado. You didn't hear anything like that. I covered the game. I covered the game. Now, just to be clear, the TCU coach is European, Caucasian American. He is. That's what that is. Now, the next game against Nebraska, there was some animosity there. By and large, though, it was aimed at the head coach of Nebraska because of an interaction that he had with Shedeur Sanders. It was nothing about an interaction in regards with Deion Sanders or about the Colorado football program. No, it was actually about how he felt about Shedeur Sanders as a quarterback. Felt disrespected about that. Did. The game was played on the field. We had penalties, but no cheap hits, dirty hits, anything like that. And then the third game, which actually should have been a moment we as a people celebrated. The third game, The third game should have been a game that we as a people celebrated, because the third game between Colorado State and Colorado featured two, watch this, either two African-American head coaches or two black head coaches. That's what that game featured. How many knew Jay Norvell was black? How many right now? I imagine that sad, lonely 80s Incredible Hulk theme is playing with Jason all by his own. I'm just saying, and The Rock was at that game. He was. How many people knew Coach Norvell, the head coach of Colorado, who's 60 years old, who's both mother and father African American? How many knew he was a brother? How many could tell? Based on his rhetoric before the game, could you tell? Did you know that was a brother? There are certain things that you learn as an African American, a black person in America. How did I get here? I need to be getting ready to turn another football game into my new playground. How did I get here, right? So you look at Jay Norvell. I'm 55. As I stated, I grew up Southwest Georgia. We all know what code is. We do. Hell, some of us even speak in code. But we know when the other group is speaking in code too. We know exactly what they mean when they say certain things. Remember when I said my grandfather told me not every white man is your enemy, not every black man is your friend. Jay Norvell is older than Deion Sanders. I'm older than Deion Sanders. Jay Norvell grew up in the Midwest. I don't care what anybody says. They got racism in the Midwest. He's 60 years old, 5 years older than me. He's experienced his fair share. He spoke in code when he chastised Deion Sanders about his shades and his hat. Then he introduced his mother into it. That was to make Jay Norvell be more appealing to the family. That was to make him more human. And if you knew his story, his mother passed away from cancer. That was to get you sympathy points for Jay Norvell. Well, growing up, because Jay Norvell grew up just like he a brother. What he did was low-key played the dozens, crack, jonesing, whatever you want to call it. That's what he did. In our culture, when you introduce your mother, and by and large, she ain't got to be introduced to be fair game. But when you introduce your mother into a jonesing contest, whether she dead, alive, sick, stupid, or smart, she's fair game. Deion Sanders didn't get with that. The coach, who by and large does not wear his ethnicity on his sleeve, he doesn't. He conducts himself like he isn't. What he went above and beyond to do during his press conference leading up to the Colorado game was he wanted to make sure you knew there was a difference between him and Deion Sanders. He wanted to make sure that you knew that not only was he a coach and Deion Sanders was not a legitimate coach, he wanted to make sure that you knew he was more of a child from a mother and not the N-word, not a thug. He was speaking to somebody. Okay. Crazy that thug lacks accountability as a grown-ass man. Because we can say we want to say about Deion Sanders. What we do know is this. He put God in front of everything. Whether you agree with that or not, whether you like his religion or not, he put God in front of everything. He praised God all the time. If you're a Christian, I don't know what you want him to do. If you're a Southern Baptist, I don't know what you want him to do. If you're a God-fearing person, regardless of your ethnicity, regardless of your race, regardless of your culture, if you call yourself a God-fearing person, I don't know what you want him to do. He doing it. He doing it. But what did Jay Norvell do? See, I'm finna paint the picture. What did I say? Deion Sanders. What was the title of this? A Lesson in Blackness. Deion Sanders covered the safety from Colorado when he got death threats. The coach for this, the coach, Jay Norvell, who understands racial sensitivity, should be able to understand it way more than Deion Sanders did. He should have known what that lick on Travis Hunter was going to instigate. He never tried to de-escalate it. He didn't try to put the flame out. He said he didn't do anything wrong. Your player is receiving death threats, and the dude that's got to bail him out is the dude that you basically want to paint as a thug in front of the whole world just to make yourself look less black. If it seems like I got an attitude with Jay Norvell, I do, because Jay Norvell, as far as I'm concerned, as a black man. See, watch where I'm finna go with this one. Jay Norvell as a brother. Jay Norvell as an African American, he enabled Dan Lanning. See what I just did? See how I just wrapped this up in a nice little bow? See, if me and my wife, and I love my wife dearly, our relationship ain't perfect, but our relationship stay right here in the house. I'm not gonna go outside the house and call my wife out. That's not your business. Jay Norvell professes and carries himself to be a brother, but what he wanted to do was tear down another brother for no reason other than, watch this, for clicks and likes. See, Dan Lanning said, he made a correct statement. It just wasn't about the right coach. It was about Jay Norvell. Because right now, as it stands to this day, Jay Norvell still has not done anything to cover the safety. Meanwhile, at Colorado, talk about a brother. Talk about a man of God. Talk about a black man. Not only does he go on his press junket and says, that's not right. This is Deion Sanders that I'm talking about. You got Travis Hunter in a video with the dude. And as I said to Mr. Smith yesterday, whose idea do you think that was? Do you think it was Colorado State's idea? The head coach who says his player did nothing wrong? Or do you think it was the University of Colorado, Deion Sanders and Travis Hunter, who are all trying to be painted as thugs by people such as Candace Owens, Jason Whitlock, and Jay Norvell, a brother? That's the one who's covering the kid at Colorado State to make sure no harm comes to him. I did not know that Jay Norvell, coach of Colorado State, was African American. I thought you might have been nope, I didn't know exactly. Jay was born in Madison, Wisconsin. That's where I live. Yep, sure enough. Greetings, Taylor Swift, his mother. Norvell, yes, thank you so much, Taylor Swift, his mother. Thank you so much for joining me. Norvell was butt dancing hard on the one. He was Charles Dutton in Surviving the Game. Remove Jay's hair texture and he looks Mexican to me. So, why do I go so hard with that one? That game was supposed to be celebrated, as I alluded to. We had two brothers. And even Deion said it after the game. And people need to start listening, understanding, appreciating what he said. Do you know vitriol? Do you know Deion Sanders was more shocked by what came out of Jay Norvell's mouth, because they were two brothers, than he was about Dan Lanning? But had Jay Norvell done what he was supposed to do as a self-professed black man, see, I'm tired of people cashing in on blackness. I don't even like using the word culture vulture, but I'm so sick of it just being, shout out to Blues Clue, conveniently black. I'm sick of that. We have Creoles here who look just like him with similar mindsets to Norvell. I ain't got time for that. I don't have time for that. See, cats like Jay Norvell, they will divide a people. And I'm saying that because something occurred yesterday. Jay Norvell, as far as I'm concerned, doesn't get enough credit for what's going on, the vitriol with Deion Sanders. Because what Jay Norvell should have done as a brother, dapped it up, pounded up. Hey, man, we both running the two premier schools in Colorado. Deion put me down, dog. Tell me how you did what you did. After the game, dap him up, pound him up, congratulate him, go on your press junket, talk about much love and respect. You don't know what that would have did as far as making the next man think twice about coming after Deion Sanders. But because you felt like it was cool. What did James Jackson tell me? Well, if they see you do it, they'll think it's okay for them to do it. Jay Norvell don't consider himself like he black. And I people gonna be like, but Theo, what is black? We know black, and I ain't talking about somebody call Carlton from Fresh Prince. No, Carlton black. We got black squares. We call them L7 squares. So no, that's not what that is. I'm talking about the brother that don't mind going in publicly and telling the whole world that while he black, he want to say, ooh, look at that black man over there. Look at how ghetto he acting over there. He all flash and dash over there. Meanwhile, boss, eyes what you need right here. Yeah. Jay Norvell. Not Nolan, the coach of Oregon. If I'm gonna hold somebody accountable for this one, it's gonna be Jay Norvell. Because truth be told, I want y'all to think about this. Jay Norvell played the race card before. Think about it. Jay Norvell, a brother, played the race card against the Colorado Buffaloes before Dan Lanning. If anybody else plays the race card this season against Colorado, just know it started with a black man playing the race card against another black man. And I need you to own it, because that's what that was. Before we go anywhere else, I believe in starting at ground zero. Just know the TC coach didn't make it racist. The Nebraska coach didn't make it racist. No, it was a brother from the in-state school that made it racist. Everybody else right now is just going to go off of what he did. And he lacks integrity as a man because he still ain't addressed it. I'll make sure I keep up with these notes. So that's my thing. Here we go. I like this. We're going to flip the switch a little bit and everything like that. We're going to flip the switch. We're going to flip the switch. That's college football. We can come back and talk about college football. But this is the closeout. And y'all know we talk superheroes over here too. And I got something for y'all. When some black folks are the only ones in the white space, they actually get mad when another black person shows up. And that's exactly what that was. Come on, yo. Say that one more time. Because that's exactly what that was. He thought he was the only brother in Colorado. Well, no. Here come another brother in Colorado. Yep, he pulled up to my bumper, baby. Yeah, he pulled on up. Y'all know how we get down over here. We talk about action figures. We talk about our struggles in the action figure community. As far as brother Theo, the Bears going to go 0-17? No, but I think Vanderbilt is only going to win 2 games this season, and they've already run those 2 games. That's why I said it. Vanderbilt has only won. Vanderbilt then won 2 games this season, and they're going to be the only 2 games they win. I have been through it. That's how I know. I believe it, brother. I believe it. Action figure collecting. Brother hit me up today, and I'm like, man, you know what? You absolutely right. We struggle. Y'all know Earth 421, I'm in it to win it. We're going to bring those stories to you and everything like that. But y'all know, I got to bring a T'Challa action figure to y'all, right? That's not Black Panther. You know, the one that went to go talk to Bass, you know, when he, King of the Dead and all that stuff. You know, the one where he ain't had no mask on, he just had tattoos on. Arms, legs. It's a struggle. It's hard out here in these streets. Anyway, though, y'all know what I say. I believe sharing is caring, and I want to share because I care. You like collecting action figures. You like making action figures look like brothers and sisters and everything like that. I get it. It's a struggle. Here's what I'm here to tell you. You need to become best friends with Mattel. And when I say become best friend with Mattel, Mattel is going to be the best way you get your adult action figures. Head sculpts. Mattel. Wrestlers. They got a Bianca Belair that's going to drop, I want to say, in November, and she looks nice. And they got a Bobby Lashley. 2 additional head sculpts. That's going to be nice. But we know how we do it. We be wanting to do our young brothers and sisters and everything like that, because Marvel, by and large, Marvel going to give us Marvel Legends. They going to give us the older brothers and sisters like that. But we ain't got head sculpts for the younger brothers and sisters. I got something for y'all today, and I had no idea that it was this large. So I want to show it to y'all. Now, Full disclosure, I'm only saying this so y'all can get a idea of how big this bag is. Let's see. I wear a size 12. I wear a size 12. This bag is 10 inches long. It's that thick. That bag is full of nothing but Power Rangers. Power Rangers. It's only 2 in there that's not brothers and sisters. Only 2. It's only 2. The Gold Ranger, you know, the triplets or whatever, and then the Street Fighter Ranger and everything like that. But, well, y'all know I put everything in a plastic bag. Pink cookies in a plastic bag being crushed by people. Y'all know I put everything in a plastic bag. But just think about this for a second. It's a lot of action figures. Hasbro Power Rangers has shown us way more love when it comes to action figure head sculpts than any other line aside from Mattel. If you're into customizing, you're trying to do that, I'm going to encourage you to get down with your Power Ranger action figures and to watch this. Our action figures don't sell out. Our action figures don't sell out. So get it while it's getting good. If you like collecting, like go ahead and jump on in there and everything like that. Next up, I wanted to see if we agree with this one. This is agree or don't agree. Totally up to you. 10 important Black Panther moments in Marvel comic book history. 10. I want to check with us, the Rock With Me Nation, see how we felt about this and everything like that. Just go, y'all gonna tell me whether y'all like it or not. 10 most important Black Panther moments that defined Marvel history. I want to make sure I say it. This comes from Screen Rant. I really think this was written by AI. Y'all tell me what y'all like. Black Panther meets the Fantastic Four. Y'all agree or disagree? I think that was iconic. Of course, who really cares about that in 2023 that T'Challa met the Fantastic Four? Like, does anybody aside from the old heads, the OGs, the Black Panther, I don't think, who really care about that? Does anybody, or we just want to make that about Shuri? Like, we just, hey, let Shuri meet the Fantastic Four. Is that what that is? I just don't think certain folks care. I would have loved to have seen that on the screen. Only us old heads. Thank you, Chill. That was a monumental moment. You would have think you wanted to see that. I would have loved to have seen that. Avenging the death of King T'Chaka. We got this in Reginald Hutlin's run, Death of Our Father. But anyway, 1966 Fantastic Four 53 by Stan Lee, Jack Kirby. T'Challa explains why he brought the Fantastic Four to Wakanda to avenge his father's loss. And like I said, we saw this with Reginald Hutton, how he wrote that story in regards to that. T'Challa does wound Claw with the sonic weapon. Beautiful story. Beautiful story. Who all you think? How many people you think know that Hunter was there when that went down? We don't ever talk about this. Do you think anybody besides us know who Hunter is? Y'all don't want to see Hunter? I do. I just want to see, never mind. I just want to see the relationship. I would have loved this, because you know how we normally get it where it's us. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Black Panther joins the Avengers. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that. Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Hero. You know, you want the best telling that you're going to get a Black Panther joining the Avengers is if you watch Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Hero. I need a college student, T'Challa, as well as Luke Charles and Mr. Okonkwo, also Hunter. Yes. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. We all need that. Listen, I'm over here struggling. Y'all know I'll be trying to get the customizing thing down. Y'all, hey, y'all like the head sculpts that I'm doing for my Midnight Angels? Y'all tell me whether y'all rocking with that. Whether I'm gonna add some red and green accents in there and everything like that. Working on my Midnight Angel. But y'all tell me how y'all feeling about that. So let's get back into this. Let's jump on into this and everything like that. Because clearly, like I said, I thought this was written by artificial intelligence, because clearly they're repeating something that we know. So, like I said, Avengers, Earth Mightiest Heroes, they made Bucky the unofficial Hunter. Nah, hell no. Hell no. And I ain't, listen, I would not. And then that's the classic case of just throwing away a damn title. Did they not just do the same thing they did with Bucky? Give him that title, throw it away. The same damn thing they did with Zara Bar. Give old girl the title and just throw it away. It's like, you know, this is how I know. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about why. We're going to talk about why. Definitely going to talk about why. T'Challa is a spy. And who had a problem with Bruce, the Tower of Babel? Who cared? Matter of fact, DC was so damn proud of that damn story, they made it into a damn animated film, Doom. Who gave a damn? Bought the comic book, got it. Bought the damn DVD, got it. Enjoyed it. Why you trying? No, man. It's a compliment to be like Bruce till it's not, right? Right. Let's keep going. Shuri becomes Black Panther. Now, you know what? I think we should be fair here. We should be fair here. The storyline written, y'all know I've covered it. We've covered it here on the channel. Bucky is the Winter Soldier. He didn't need Wakanda extras at all. Bucky ain't Hunter. Not now, not never. Facts. Facts. I think we can all agree that the storyline in and of itself, deadliest of the species, power, Doom War, way more thought out, better than what we got, more caring than what we got in the MCU. And I think what we don't do enough of, and I want to make sure we start correcting this, we don't talk about Jonathan Mayberry. We don't talk about him. And I just want to make sure we understand that when it comes to the last few issues of Black Panther, Reginald Hudlin did not write those issues. He did. He was going to he was going after that because it was a 12-issue story run. He was going after the 6th issue. Jonathan Mayberry, European, Caucasian, he finished that storyline. And then he gave us Doom War. We don't talk about him, but y'all know me. I believe in equal energy. So if you wrote it, you wrote it. He continued that story. The story that by and large, the studio went above and beyond to make a mockery of. Now, some of y'all might not know, but I've interacted with Jonathan Mayberry, and he, you know, he agrees. And why shouldn't he? His story, along with the story that Reginald Hudlin told, was better than that crap that we got in the movie theaters. So, should it becoming Black Panther? Definitely an iconic run. I loved it. What we got in the movie theaters was a farce, not something that I acknowledge, but if you want to read it, definitely it's a good read. Reginald Hudlin, Jonathan Mayberry, like I said, Deadliest of the Species, Power, Doom War, and everything like that. All excellent reads. Go check it out and everything like that. So I think that's a good one. Black Panther and Storm get married. Something else we will not be getting in the MCU unless, watch this. This me being petty. Y'all like, they don't do it. This me being petty. This me being petty. Since we giving Shuri T'Challa's story, why not just give her Aurora too? What? Yeah, I went there. Since we gonna tell T'Challa's stories through Shuri, why don't we just have Shuri and Aurora get married? I'm just, what we do? We want to throw a flag on the play, or we want to review what I just said. I mean, since we doing it like that, since we doing it like that, you know, we had so many people have something to say. So since we want to get rid of T'Challa so bad, right? We bringing in the mutants. I believe in equal energy, and I'm low key petty. And we want to bring in the mutants, right. And we talking about Shuri. Ooh, Shuri this. Ooh, Shuri that. Well, hell, why not? Why not? Feige is all up on that. There will be a backlash because folks ain't co-sign. All this, hey, why not? Because I don't want to be a misogynist. I don't want to be misogynoir. What you say? I see. What you just? I'm just saying, Grandma. I'm just, hey now. If we doing it, why not have her get married to a Roro? Why not? What we doing? And since, watch this. Hello, you're an all-star. You're a rock star. Hey now, since Eric is in the Dejalia, why don't we have, since we bringing the mutants, right? Why don't we have Shorty get with Manifold and bring Eric out the Dejalia and everything like that? And Eric could be the griot. Steve's with some good ass coffee. Yeah, why not? That's what we doing anyway, right? We don't respect the source material. We spinning it and twisting it and doing all two-stepping with it and line dancing with it. Why not? Why not? I'm just asking. We don't, Then when we get done doing that, we can go ahead and put Steve Trevor in some blue tights, a gold tank top and everything like that. Put a gold crown on his head and everything like that. Put a gold Kangol on his head and call him Wonder Man and have him hanging out at this Themyscira. Yeah. Since we doing it like that. All right, keeping the party rolling. Name of Flood's Wakanda. Y'all remember that storyline? Not from the movies. I don't know what the hell that was in the movie. But how did Namor even get to Wakanda? He was flying, right? He was flying. And what did he have to flood Wakanda? Because I don't know who was technologically advanced in Atlantis to equip him with water balls that are this water bombs that's this damn small around, and he just throw them and they flood the whole damn building. I don't know who gave him that. Ain't nobody show me that Atlantis with that damn technologically advanced and everything. I'm still trying to figure out how there was a waterway to Wakanda. But anyway, the Phoenix Force. My dog flew over land. I don't know who in Marvel. See, the person in the MCU did not care about Sion. The person in the MCU did not care about, I'm going to go ahead and say the person in the MCU did not care enough about the source material to respect the character, nor the actor with a legitimate ailment that would have made sense. The person that wrote the source material did not give two damns about just day-to-day geography. Like, damn, we know what Wakanda sit at in the damn map. Do we not know what Wakanda? They told us geographically speaking, where Wakanda sits at in Africa. There is no waterway to there. How did this dude pull up? See, Ryan Coogler gonna make me go back to school and question my damn geography teacher. Cause where the hell the water mass count? Never mind. I'm gonna come back. But Name of Floods Wakanda, that is a great storyline. X-Men acts that is Avengers versus X-Men and everything like that. I'm not going to tell you where to go get it because they're not paying me like that right now. Told you it makes no sense. Marvel don't even follow its own canon at all. Throwing water park balloons in Black Panther. You know what he was doing? I said, what the hell? Where the oxygen bomb at? And why didn't Shuri think of a counter to that? Because damn it, if he can throw bombs that's gonna blow, never mind. I'm back. I'm coming back now. I'm coming back. The Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda. Oh, good God Almighty Jesus. Lord have mercy. Listen, Ta-Nehisi Coates. Oh, brother. Thank you so much for that. You know what seems so fleeting about the Intergalactic Empire? You got it for 12 issues, right? The last little run, Intergalactic Empire and everything like that. We got it. We like, I need some more of that. Then this other dude show up. And we don't, for 15 days, and I can't even say for 15 issues. Here is the worst part about what he did. Before Miss Ewing even get to the intergalactic empire, she got to build this dude up from the universally criticized writer who came in. Now, you want to talk about an agenda. That's an agenda. Who came in with an agenda to tear this dude down to nothing. We can't even get back to the intergalactic empire. And we sitting there like this. We can't tell Bass Prime stories. We can't tell intergalactic empire of Wakanda with the Shi'ar, the Krull, the Skrull, the Kree, nothing. Cause of one stupid ass individual. Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But that's what that is. Because of one stupid ass individual, I could say that to his face. So don't ask me if I could or I wouldn't. What I say on this channel, I could say to his face. Because of one stupid ass individual who lacks accountability as an author, we can't even get the intergalactic empire story that we want, because she got to focus on T'Challa. As she should. But I want you to think about how irresponsible he was as a damn writer when he didn't even build up the story that was left right there for him. Honestly, if I didn't know any better, I think he got an issue with Ta-Nehisi Coates. Let me keep it going. What up, Theo? I was on Be Real channel. He was reviewing the Black Goliath figure. It's a shame Hasbro made that figure look like an astronaut. I can't. The only thing Hasbro did was they gave me an action figure that I can use with the proper articulation to make him look like a giant when I take pictures from a proper angle. That's it. That's it. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. That is, I was through with the MCU when they were through the water balloons and broke the windows in the throne. Grand Madam, come on, Grand Madam. Like, but Dr. Ewing deserves blame for maintaining his narrative. I would have undone it by page 5. I get it. I get what you would have done, Chill. Here's what I'm gonna say. And people can choose to rock with it if they do or they don't. I'm an accredited writer. Say what you will about that. Book published and went to school. Now, none of that means anything to anybody, because whether I have a book for sale or whether I have a degree to my name from Florida State as a creative writing major with a minor in communications, I don't have the cachet to it. I don't have the resume to it. I'm on YouTube. You're not tuning in to a TV show to hear me talk about this. I don't have movies out there and everything like that. I don't have books out there and everything where you just, I'm taken seriously enough, because to the point where I'm a YouTuber, but being taken seriously will he know? Okay. It's not that. I know why. It's cool. Don't mean I don't know what I'm talking about though. You can't sacrifice the story. You run the risk of turning people off by sacrificing the story to get to a point, no different than you do with irresponsible writing. You can't sacrifice the story. You said you wanted him back on the throne. Well, I've seen how they do stuff in comic books when they make a badass mistake and they act like that mistake never existed. And by and large, as readers, we don't like it. We reject it. You shouldn't have just wrote that story in the first damn place. It's no different than what they did with Spider-Man, Peter Parker, people knowing his identity, him being married to Mary Jane and everything. Like they do it with a stroke of a pen. No, tell the damn story. It's why I love Creed. That's a great damn read. Pause. A damn pause. The story got to make sense. I'm not going to say I don't want T'Challa back on the throne. I do. But I've read stories where T'Challa wasn't the king of Wakanda, and it was a good story. I know what it means for us to have T'Challa back on the throne. I do. What I want, though, as a writer, is for, and it's just what I want. It's just what I want. It don't mean what I want is right. What I want is for Eve Ewing to restore him back to the throne, address the intergalactic empire in a way in which there will never be another person like the one who came before her that will ever be able to do what he did again. I want it to stick. I want it to make sense. And because we have such a following, all of us with the recast on T'Challa movement and everything like that, I want her to know above and beyond she got our support, and we will never let something happen like that, because that dude got 15 damn issues. You say page 5, you would have put him back on page 5. I ain't mad about that. Hell, why that damn dude wasn't going by issue 5? Not every black person is your friend. That dude ain't even got the intestinal fortitude to stand up, no different than Jay Norvell, and answer for that garbage that has been universally criticized as hot garbage. Didn't nobody else do that. That was a brother that did that. That was a brother that did that. So I would rather this queen get it right. Get it right, queen. Get it right. Trust me, if she don't, you know I'm going to be one of the first ones to say so. But would like that. Black Panther leads the Avengers. Guess that's not going to happen. Oh, yes, it will. It is going to happen. They're going to introduce the X-Men. Shuri is going to marry Aurora, right? Shuri going to marry Aurora, and then she's going to lead the Avengers. It's going to be T'Challa. It's going to be Shuri and Aurora being temporary members of the Fantastic Four. That's the story that they're going to write. We're going to get this cover that if I wanted to take a picture with the action figures and do it, I could take this pretty cover picture of Shorty standing there holding hands with Aurora. That's what they're going to give us. I'm just saying, like, if I can't, I don't know why I got to keep begging for mine. Everybody say, wait. Sound like damn one of them damn stop signs over there. You know, people get ready to walk across the street. Wait. And I'll be like, I can't lie. This might sound wrong as I don't know what. I be wanting to just throw some talcum powder up in the air, put it in my hand like this. This sound wrong as I don't know what. I know it sound wrong, but I be wanting to slap the hell. I'm sorry. It is the God's honest truth. Every time a brother or sister says wait on T'Challa being recast, I be wanting to slap them in the mouth. That's the God's honest truth. It would be one of them things where if somebody said that, I would probably just have to walk away because my right hand gonna start trembling. Wait. So used to saying wait, I asked myself, well, as a brother or sister, what you waiting on? You waiting on your rights? Because you still ain't got all them. You waiting to be treated as an equal? Because you still not. When you tell me wait, you're telling me you're not willing to be treated as an equal as it stands in all things, point blank, period. When you say wait on this character, what you're telling me is you don't mind waiting to be treated as an equal. That's what it tells me. You got people saying wait on a character that's been around since 1966, but mad as hell, they ain't got their next little Boosie CD. Y'all want me to say that one more time? You got people mad. You got people talking about wait, but they mad as hell. They ain't got the next Chris Brown CD. Like, Chris, when you gonna drop something? Style over substance. Why even wait on someone else to care? That part. And see, I love that, Miss Monique, and that's why I got to tell my own stories. What am I, with all the action figures, what am I waiting on? If somebody can come on the page and say, well, if you think you can do better, do it, and I do. And I got all the action figures, okay. Well, why not tell the story? You want the stories, I want to tell the story. I'm tired of sitting up here talking about what if. I'm tired of sitting up here thinking about, well, if you would have just did it this way, if you would have just did it that way, wait means I'm scared to do something meaningful. So I will slow you down so that and I can't do that. I can't do that. Man, shout y'all see Byron Smith. Y'all shout him out and everything. Right now, I sent the script to Byron yesterday. We're going to get out this third episode of Earth 421. I ain't got to wait on them. And I don't want to wait on them. Damn it, I had to wait on the action figure. Now, damn it, when I was a kid, wasn't no Black Panther action figures. We know that. Wasn't no Black Panther action figure. Right now, I got to still wait on Queen Mother Ramunda. Right now, I still got to wait on Casper Cole. Right now, I still got to wait on Sion. Right now, I still got to wait on Wakabi. Right now, I still got to wait on Zaravari. Right now, I still got to wait on Zuri. Right now, I still got to wait on Bashinga. Right now, I still got to wait on Mosi. How many damn Iron Man action figures we got? How many Wolverine action figures we got? And all we talking about is this one. Like, we ain't talking about the Avengers who they celebrating their 60th anniversary, which, by the way, T'Challa wasn't even in that picture. That's neither here nor there. I could be petty as hell. He wasn't. I didn't understand that. T'Challa was not in the 60th anniversary picture. Matter of fact, there was no brother or sister in the 60th anniversary picture, which is crazy as hell because you just released a throwback Monica Rambeau and you just released a throwback T'Challa. So am I not a part of the Avengers? Yeah, no. Iron Man is Marvel's Barbie. He is. So, but let's keep the party rolling. The number one thing, T'Challa steps down as king. That's why I left that one right there. T'Challa didn't step down as king. No, some brother who thought he was a whiz with a pen and a pad decided to write it like that. It's canon. We wish it wasn't. Now chill. Here's what we wish, and this is why I knew this was going to be a problem shortly after his run. When it was canon, when I read that his run was canon, I was like, God, I know right then and there it's canon. So it's sticking. So Eve got to do something that's going to make some sense. I like it. I think they low-key been laying the groundwork to undo what dude did. Hopefully Buddy is never. Listen, I don't know who need to hear this, but if that dude on your show, he don't get on your show without addressing Black Panther. He don't. If Gayle King can dress down R. Kelly in an interview, I know damn good and well somebody can dress down this dude at an interview. Like if we can ask R. Kelly all them questions, which were legitimate questions, then damn it, we need to be able to ask his ass legitimate questions too. Damn running from the system. Because R. Kelly had all that money that plenty of people was making money off of, all that music that plenty of people make, and ain't nobody trying to cover him. So I really want to say, we don't need to be worried about covering this dude. No, he get in front of you, ask the question. Ask the question. So, keeping the party rolling, I'm just saying I believe in equal energy and everything like that. Anybody down here in Florida? Anybody here in Florida? The only reason why I asked that question, because y'all remember before when I said if you had a problem getting in contact with the Department of Children and Families and everything like that, you need to call Governor Ron DeSantis. Well, it turns out, you know, I don't want to say I know what I'm talking about. You had the Colts run, then the stupid ish head run, and now Dr. Eve Ewing has to fix it. Exactly. I want to jump in this real quick though. Report nearly half of the 5,000. I'm gonna go with it in Chrome and everything like that. We're gonna accept the cookies. Nearly half of 500,000 plus people have lost Medicaid benefits in Florida are children. Now let me break this down to you, because I did this to y'all before. Not did this to y'all, but I covered this before. I said I work with every phase of Medicaid in the state of Florida. What people want to do sometimes is they fall in love with somebody and they like somebody. You can like somebody all day long, don't mean they doing you any good. Amen, amen. So when you look at Ron DeSantis, he doesn't conduct himself as a governor. What he does conduct himself as is a overlord or somebody who's running for office. And as I alluded to before, you don't get a promotion until you finish the job that you're doing. Well, this comes to us from Florida politics. Report nearly half of the 500,000 plus individuals who have lost Medicaid benefits in Florida are children. Now, my wife can attest to this because my wife works for an agency that's loosely tied to Medicaid, in which she has to answer the phone throughout the course of the day for the time that she's there. What happened to my Medicaid? Well, here's what happened. Florida Democrats, and you can research this yourself. Like, this is me. I'm just reporting the news. Wow, that's crazy that Ron DeSantis needs to go really bad. Here's the news. I'm just reporting it. Google it yourself. Barbara Walters, Dan Rathers, Walter Cronkite, y'all know how you get down. Florida Democrats, alarmed at what they say is a startling number of youth getting knocked out of Medicaid, are calling up they're being put on family planning Medicaid. You need me to say that one more time? They're being put on family planning Medicaid. Remember when I said to you previously that the state agencies throughout the state of Florida were not properly staffed. They weren't properly resourced. They had not recovered from COVID. I've said this on more than one occasion. This has nothing to do with whether I like him or not. This has everything to do with him talking about everything else except what moves the needle for the average Floridian. Let's keep it going. So Democrats made their request. Let me start over. Florida Democrats, alarmed at what they say is a startling number of youth getting knocked out of Medicaid, are calling on Governor Ron DeSantis' administration to do something about children losing health care coverage. Like I said, they're being put on family planning. Democrats made their request just 2 days after DeSantis himself brushed aside questions about the state's above average uninsured rate. He brushes stuff off. This is the diversionary tactic that we're used to seeing anti-recasters do. They don't want to stay on topic. No, they will divert. They will insult, but address the topic at hand. I can't be concerned to address something I'm not concerned with. So let's keep it going. At the second Republican presidential debate calling Florida a field of dreams. It's not. I live in Florida. The House minority members released an analysis Friday showing that of the 524,076 Floridians who have lost coverage in the last 4 months. I was working with them. I'm telling you what it is. This has nothing to do with Republican, Democrat. This has nothing to do with liberal, conservative. This has nothing to left, right. No, what this is about a person who has tooted their horn going to war with Disney. This is a person who has tooted their horn going to war with members of the LGBTQ. This is a person who has touted their horn going back and forth with immigrants. This is a person who has touted their horn going back and forth with the governor of California. None of that has anything to do with the state agencies in Florida being understaffed and under-resourced. And why you can sit up here and you want to like him because you look like him. You want to like him because he talk like you like. You want to like him because he's part of the same party. When it comes down to being a human, he don't give two damns about you. He never did. And if you listen to what he talks about, he's not talking about taking care of Floridians. The war that he wants to wage on African American history, it's American history, by the way, that has nothing to do with the Department of Children and Families being understaffed. That has nothing to do with the Social Security office in the state of Florida being understaffed. It doesn't. It has nothing to do. And y'all might like this. Those of y'all that want to go get your guns. Yeah, y'all. Why it's taking so damn long for you to be approved for a damn gun? Because the state agencies are understaffed. And because you see yourself in Ron, you don't want to hold them accountable. No different than the United States of America doesn't want to hold the people that attacked their Capitol. They don't want to hold them accountable because they look like them. I said what I said. I meant what I meant. Equal energy. Do better. Let me keep the party going here. We just about out of time, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. One more topic that we are going to cover. If you like it, I love it. I love it. You like it. We're going to talk about it. Like I said, I definitely appreciate y'all for rocking with me and everything like that. We got one more topic and then we're going to be up out of here. X-Men, the 10 greatest X-Men comic book runs of all time, ranked. I think we are some diehard comic book fans around here. I'm a diehard comic book fan. I believe everybody else is a comic book fan. We're going to see what we got in here and everything like that. I think we got enough light to still make it do what it do. Fabian Nicieza. I'm a John Byrne, Chris Claremont type of dude myself. But Fabian Nicieza, his runs on the X-Men, did we like those? I thought family planning wasn't legal in Florida. That sounds like a shell game. What it is, Grand Madam, when they look at family planning, Medicaid in the state of Florida, it's one of those things where basically it's pregnancy Medicaid. And when you get that type of Medicaid, and where I was working at, you could be a dude, get that type of Medicaid, kid, get that type of Medicaid. Grand Madam, you could be your age and get that type of Medicaid. It's essentially pregnancy Medicaid. They swear you're not responding to them, but when you respond to them, you can call the Department of Children and Families at 8 o'clock in the morning, not get somebody to pick up the phone till 12 just for that phone to hang up. And that, by and large, is every state agency in the state of Florida. Mind you, the immigrants that was coming to Florida, that our governor said were illegal immigrants, no different than his great-grandparents were illegal immigrants when they came to America. Yeah, they didn't come to America as legal immigrants. They were illegal immigrants. When they got to America, they were allowed to become legal immigrants. He doesn't afford that opportunity. I guess Italians, I guess he don't feel the same way. He don't think Mexicans should be afforded the same luxury as Italians who were coming from Italy at that particular point in time. That's him. But he could have hired them people. A forward-thinking person would have said, okay, my state took a beating during COVID. A forward-thinking person would have said, let me make sure my agencies are fully staffed. A forward-thinking person would have looked at, well, if all the immigrants want to come to Florida to become American citizens, if that's the route that they're taking, why don't I open up another state agency in the state of Florida? And watch this. Because in Florida, like a few jobs in America, I don't want to say most, jobs in America, you get paid extra money for speaking a second language, Spanish. Those people were coming to this country looking for an opportunity. And the governor in the state of Florida felt like he was better than them. And that's his problem. He's a bully who thinks he's better than everybody else. No, you're not, bro. You're not even intelligent enough to handle your business in the state of Florida. He not gonna get reelected. He's not gonna get reelected because you'll have people such as myself that's gonna point these numbers out that no, he's not doing his damn job. What he wants to do is just keep dividing people, talking about people, separating people, and hope that get him to the White House. No, it can get his ass to his house. He can be alone in his house. Issues in Fabian Nicieza comic book run. Brian Michael Bendis. Did we enjoy his X-Men run? Mark Miller's Ultimate X-Men. Which, by the way, Chill, you still on here? Chill. You know what? I don't even want to talk about it. Chill. If you still on here, first of all, I'm going to do this part right here. We're going to squash that. We're going to move to this. It's about time for y'all to go watch the game and everything like that. I don't want to hold y'all too long. I was thoroughly disappointed by Ultimate Invasion. I was, for more than one reason. 4 issues. 4. I bought them. Somebody owed me some money. I bought them. Somebody owed me some money. Aside from that, T'Challa shows up on the front cover, and he shows up in issue 1. After that, I got T'Challa and the High Tutsi in issue 1. After issue 1, I don't see T'Challa no more. I don't hear from T'Challa no more. I don't see the High Tutsi. I don't hear. Chill, you boy. You gave up on Bendis after his X-Men. Boy, look, I was hardcore in my feelings. Mind you, I still bought the comic book because it was in my bin. But knowing what I know, knowing what I knew, first of all, I have to ask myself this question. Seeing what just transpired in Ultimate Invasion, I really wish at the time that Andrew Gillum had won your state as the new governor, he had so much potential. He did. Here's what, and I would give, and I'm saying this, boy, look, if you're a brother, Bendis was decent. I liked his original sin with Matthew Malloy. I think Ultimate Invasion was just to prepare for this launch of the Ultimate Universe. The Black Panther will be his son. Just watch. You be wanting to get me emotional, chill. You be wanting to get me emotional. Here's the thing, and this is what I would encourage every brother or sister that's a politician to do. Stop being nice. Stop being nice. Stop being nice. Stop being nice. I was thoroughly, because see, and because I believe you got to let people know, because people are trying. People like Trump, people like Ron DeSuckers will say stuff and think it's sweet. When he said him and Andrew Gillum, and it made a throw, because Andrew went to FAMU. He went to FAMU. See, so I don't even know what he was going through. When Ron DeSantis said, don't monkey it up, I couldn't have been on the podium. Now, I, interacted with Andrew and everything like that. I remember when he first started attending FAMU, I was working at Best Buy and everything like that, come to the store, buying video cameras. I knew who he was. But at that moment in time, he got intimidated. I was going to use a different word, but it's 2023, so we can't talk like that. He got intimidated. He let a dude say something to him. He let Ron DeSantis say something to him that we know damn good and well, those of us in our culture, in our community, we know the only reason Ron DeSantis said that was because of where he was. We know by and large, Ron DeSantis ain't saying that to Andrew Gillum one-on-one. Street alley, just them dolo solo, he not talking like that. He'll say, what's up, going about his business. Well, what Andrew Gillum didn't do was, and I'm urging, because see, this is when you get them votes. This is when you get them votes. You need to see if Ron DeSantis can stand up there, and anybody like Ron DeSantis, and stand on a podium and unapologetically be who they are, then the brothers and sisters, and I love the way some sisters starting to handle themselves in Congress and everything like that, you better let them know what Andrew Gillum should have told Ron, watch your mouth. The suit come off. And Ron would have looked at him like, excuse me, watch your mouth. The suit come off. Don't say nothing else like that no more unless you prepare for that to be what that's going to be. See, at that point in time, you speaking to the ignorant fool in you is speaking to the ignorant fool in Ron DeSantis. And you letting him know, anybody that want to talk like that on the podium, you're letting them know, I'm about that life. I'm about that life. And you let them know, because those of y'all that I don't know if y'all remember this. There was a dude that had a talk show in New York. I forget his name, older dude, guys going and everything like that. But what I'm going to say to you is that I was watching a discussion between Al Sharpton and this dude. I'm in middle school. I'm in New York. This the early 80s, late 70s. I cannot remember the dude name. Like I said, the guy, he's gone. He did some investigative journalism. He was Geraldo Rivera before Geraldo Rivera. Anyway, I'm watching the show. And if you and watch this, Al Sharpton, remember that. They were sitting across from each other in Lazy Boys. And the dude was from Africa. He told Al to watch his mouth. Al thought it was sweet. I would have told him, what you say, then cops would have been involved, because I'd be getting tips on putting them. That's what, but see, they need to know, I will beat your ass. Because me beating your ass ain't no different than what they thought they were justified in doing and running up on the Capitol, right? See, they was prepared to whoop ass over a damn vote. They thought Regis Philbin, I want to say, damn, that I think that's close. I think that's close, Chill. But it was a talk show. These dudes had on suits. They were sitting back in the chair like this. This brother from Africa, this was Al back in the day. The dude told Al in that accent, hey man, watch your mouth. Al thought it was sweet. Dude got up out that chair and turned Al over in the chair. When you do stuff like that, when you let people know, I don't care nothing about that, regardless of what my status is, they got to think about it. And what Andrew Gillum did was he let Ron, and if you think about it, Ron DeSantis has grown more arrogant since then. Well, I just talked to him like that. I can talk to anybody like, no, you get your ass whooped. Politician be damned. You think somebody give a damn about doing time about whooping your ass because you disrespecting them? That ain't no different than police officers thinking because they got a badge they can disrespect you. At the end of the day, they put their pants on. And watch this. Ron really need to watch his mouth when it comes to civilians like myself, because Ron worked for me. Now, see, that's the other thing Americans don't understand. We don't gravitate toward. The police work for you. You pay their bills. You're the reason why they get a paycheck. The police officer is a servant. You're the employer. No different than with politicians. Americans, the average American citizen is the employer. I don't work for the politician. The politician work for me. And it's way too many American citizens not understanding that. That's what allow politicians like Ron DeSantis to think that they can talk down to average American citizens. No, you work for me. I pay the cost to be the boss. I got you in, I can get you out. So just my take on the situation and everything like that. Listen, man, it's been a blast, man. It's been a blast. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all rock with me and everything like that. I want to make sure that I did do right by y'all, because I don't want y'all thinking with Theo, you ain't. Oh, you know what? No, last topic. And this might be why Chill here. Comic book fandom. I said I was going to talk about it. Damn it, we fixing to get up into it. Why I believe the comic book, that when it comes to fiction, comic book, that genre is the least respected of all of them. Now watch this. Now Chill made a point and everything like that. He would have loved to have seen, Eve do it by page 5. I've read damn near every author. It's a requirement. Nobody bit my arm behind my back and made me choose that major. No, I love creative writing. I love fiction. I love it. Let me say this one more time. I love it. I love reading. You have no idea. I read every damn books, every damn story Shakespeare has written. I'm not bragging. I'm telling you what I had to do as a requirement and had to do reports on it. Edgar Allan Poe. Damn it, I love it. Titus Andronicus, I don't even want to talk about it. No. Steven Spielberg, Stephen King, I don't want to talk. I love writing. I love great fiction. I love it. Y'all been rocking with me like I've been rocking with y'all. I've been rocking with y'all like rocking with me. So y'all remember the story when I alluded to, because I went to Florida State twice. 97, again in 2012. Y'all remember when I told you the first time I went, how when I was writing a paper and I'm taking a creative writing class, techniques in fiction, how the teacher, an older woman, did not like the story that I wrote. And the story that I wrote was superhero based. She said that wasn't real enough. This genre is only respected by comic creators and fans. You said a mouthful. I went back and redid the story. Instead of the hero flying, he was swinging on a rope. Instead of shooting blasts out of his hands, he was shooting a bullet. The grade went from an F to an A. That told me about her prejudice and bias. And that's another thing. I have my own prejudices and biases and everything like that. You just need to be aware that you have them. Consciously work against them. Too many of us have prejudices and biases, and we swear that we don't. and they come up in common conversation. You can't hide your prejudice or bias from somebody in day-to-day conversation because you get comfortable and you're going to tell on yourself. It's okay. Just own it. That's all I'm saying. But in that class, I was made to read everybody else's writing that came before me. Old English, New English. Whether the person was American, whether the person was European, whether the person was African, Asian, did not matter. Creative writing, my major, I had to read it. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. No regrets whatsoever. Those of us that are experts, Theo, did you have a chance to watch the New York Comic Con 2023? Not yet. Morton Downey Jr. Damn it, that's him. That's him, Kamoyo. Morton Downey Jr. Yes, that's who the hell that was. Thank you. I knew somebody gonna remember. Damn it, that's exactly who that was. So you read different stuff. Their eyes were watching God, Zora Neale Hurston, because I also studied African American literature as well. The Invisible Man. You read. In reading, here's what I've come to observe, see, experience. If I tell you that I read Shakespeare, I'm respected. If I quote lines from a Shakespeare play, I'm respected. If I quote lines from anything that Edgar Allan Poe has written, you love it. Just me saying Zora Neale Hurston makes people sit back and say, oh my goodness. What if I told you that I feel that John Byrne was just as accomplished as William Shakespeare? What would you say? What would you say if I told you I felt like John Byrne was just as accomplished a writer as Stephen King? What would you say? As we sit back now and the MCU sucks right now. But I want us to think about how many movies, whether we enjoyed them or didn't enjoy, were based on writings about comic books. How much money they made? We asked the question, different genres, but I agree. Yep, deep cut show. Thank you. Theo, did you have a chance? So you have to ask yourself a question. Or at least I do. It. Stephen King. Do you think that given the success of that book, it came out a long time ago. I was a jit when it came out. Well, we've seen it be introduced twice. We got the book first, right? And if you my age, you remember when that show came on ABC. You do. You watched both parts. The one that came on Sunday night and the one that came on Monday. You like, I gotta watch that. Well, hell, we got a movie. They gave us the movie, the updated version. Do you remember anybody taking as many liberties with what Stephen King did? Vice what they do in the MCU. Still fiction. Still fiction. Could you imagine somebody taking the amount of liberties with any Harry Potter story that they've done with the MCU? Stan Lee, Jack Kirby incorporated Shakespeare and Greek Norse myths into this show. Absolutely. But because we read them stories though, because I don't want to say we was made to read Norse mythology, but we read a lot of mythology-based stories. Not necessarily African, but we read them. What are you saying, Theo? What I'm saying is that while the average person is perfectly fine making money off of comic book based movies, they don't respect the source those movies come from. And African lore. When we grew up, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm of the mindset that everybody that's tuned in right now on Sunday morning, if you got the Sunday paper, the first thing you were looking for was the Sunday funnies. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, shit. What funnies at? That's what we was looking for. Matter of fact, hell, if you was a kid, parents got the paper throughout the course of the week. The first damn thing you was looking for, man, where the weekly funnies at? Because we love to read. We gained a healthy, and I really want to say the comic book fan has more appreciation for every genre of fiction. Because in comic books, you get the mystery. You can get the mystery story in comic books. You can get the mythology story in comic books. You can get the romance in comic books. You can. You can get the horror story in comic books too. You absolutely can. You can. You can get everything in a comic book story that you can get from every genre of fiction. But in this lane right here, even the people that are experts aren't seen as experts. Y'all need me to say it one more time. Even the comic book experts aren't really viewed as experts. But the comic book fan can tell you every damn thing about every damn thing else because we like to read. Right? Every story that can be told in comic. Exactly. We like to read. So what winds up happening? Well, do we think Oprah Winfrey read comic books? No. Let me just go down the list. Because comic book fans talk comics. Wherever they go, they talk comics. It's going to always come up. It's going to always. Do you really think that anybody that you've heard, comic book fan, hey man, we go to the comic book store, is Oprah Winfrey a comic book fan? No. She not. But people that look like me will listen to Oprah when it comes to speaking about comic books. She don't know nothing. Okay, well, keep going. Who else do you know, celebrity, that has been a part of something but don't know? There's not one person from that damn cast that can tell you anything about Black Panther. There's not. The only person that could have, because that was the only person that said he read a Black Panther comic book and somebody brought it to him. Y'all need me to say that one more time? You never heard anybody about the cast say they heard about, but read? You ain't heard nobody from that cast and crew say they read any damn. Matter of fact, low key, you ain't even heard the producer, writer, director. You ain't never heard Kevin Feige say he didn't picked up one damn comic book. Not one. You will hear them say everything else, but that's my favorite character. Have you ever read a comic? And nobody's asking that question. They can't tell you nothing about the character other than what the common person knows about the character. They don't know the specifics about the character because they don't read. Pretty people don't read. Winston Duke ain't had time to read. And let me go ahead and tell the truth right now, because we want to get caught up in stuff like this. There are certain things that we do in life that prevent you from knowing what somebody else knows. It's 24 hours in a day. And if you got 8 hours a day dedicated to doing one thing, if somebody else spends those same 8 hours dedicating themselves to a particular craft, you will never know what they know. It's not possible. You're looking from the outside. They are literally doing research while you're doing something else. So stop going back and forth with them people. I know that sounds like I'm on a different track, but no. I can't go back and forth with the postal worker about the post office. You work there, you work there. I don't. I can't go back and forth with a person who calls themselves a person of God. Know why? Because I don't do that, and I ain't in church every Sunday. So if based on our conversation, I know for a fact you go to church every damn Sunday and every damn Wednesday, there's really nothing that I can tell you, and I'm not going to try. I'm not the expert. You are. We have way too many people that don't dedicate themselves to the time. Regardless, for whatever reason, you got something else going on. Want to go back and forth with those who make it literally their job. Whether they're getting paid for it or not, it's their job. When you come on YouTube, you're a content creator, you're not getting paid off the rip. No, you got to bust your ass. Be concerned about being more accurate than right. Y'all been rocking with me. Y'all know I tell you, I don't care about being right or wrong. I care about being accurate. That's how you build up your following, because people sit back and say, hey, this cat is going. Somebody said it the other day, and I appreciate it so much in regards to the football stuff. Hey, man, you're knowledgeable. You have to be knowledgeable to be seen as credible. Being credible means you got to commit time to your craft so that when you get up and you talk about it, you attract more people, because they know by and large, when you speak on it, you're going to present the facts as they stand. Let them make up their own mind, but they always know you're going to present the facts. Well, when it comes to IAS, IJS, all I'm about are the facts. I'll let you make up your own mind. But what I'm not going to do is misrepresent those facts. Let me keep up with these notes. Only actors I've heard say they read those comics were Hugh Jackman, Charlie Cox, Sebastian Stan. You know it's legit when they reference specific comics writers and art. Absolutely. And you can see, here we go. I think it's safe to say that Sebastian Stan, that's the Winter Soldier. That's the Winter Soldier. No, that's the Winter Soldier. When we watch, we like, oh yeah, that's him. And we comic book fans knew the Winter Soldier before casuals did. We like, how you gonna do this now? He did it. You can tell he cared about the comic. Charlie Cox, don't cast nobody else's Daredevil. That's him. If he can still play the role, ain't nothing wrong. That's Daredevil. You know why? Because he embodies. You can tell he read them comics. He embodies Daredevil. If he's still living, you got to let him play it. He want to whoop ass like Daredevil. This dude studied. Do y'all know how much studies Charlie Cox did? Charlie Cox would be considered a nerd boy by Kevin Feige, which is probably why we're experiencing so many difficulties in regards to Daredevil, because Charlie Cox knows the source material more so than the damn exec. That's probably what we got, because we need to know the young lady that plays Kamala Khan then called out the high brass at Marvel. Right. He did. He said, yeah, my dog got it. He got it on. Even Henry Cavill knew the source material for roles he was passing by. And Miss Monique, that's important. Like, when I go back to the things that I read that Chadwick Boseman said, the quotes of his and everything like that, and I think about them, the story is important. The story matters. When he said he didn't want people to see him, he wanted people to see the role. Well, that's what any great actor wants. So the actor is going to do that. Heath Ledger. Well, that was the embodiment of the Joker. My Joker was Cesar Romero, but Cesar Romero don't compare to Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger's Joker, that was the Joker, and he studied. I could tell that Chadwick Boseman cared about what he was doing. He studied the character. I can tell whether people like him or not. This not, I say I'm bashing him. I can tell that Ryan Coogler, to a degree, wasn't familiar with the project and didn't like what he knew about it. He wanted to change it. If he loved it, the differences that he made to Black Panther, and watch where I go with this one, the differences that he made to Black Panther would have been differences mirrored in what we saw with the first Iron Man movie. All we did was update Iron Man. That's all we did with Cap. We just updated Captain America, the first Avenger. That's all we did. That's all we did with Avengers. Dude, Loki was still the first villain in the very first Avengers comic book. We just updated how he got to be the first villain. It was with Black Panther that we wanted to do every damn thing else because nobody gave a damn. Now, I'm not looking for Kevin Feige to right the ship. He don't read. But just like I hold Jay Norvell more culpable before what's going to be said by white people that don't particularly care for Black people going forward, just like I hold Jay Norvell more culpable than what anybody else is going to say going forward about Deion Sanders, I hold Nate more culpable for the farce that we got with Black Panther. And the thing is, it's only going to get worse as these years drag on. You know why? Because more people are going to make themselves familiar with the Black Panther comic book. Because you want the story. If you like the character in 2016, if you like the character in 2018, if you like the character had an issue to a degree with what came out in 2022, you still want more Black Panther story. And as somebody told me the other day on Twitter, they don't read comics. Well, if you want more Black Panther stories and you don't read comics, where you going to get them from? I think that's a fair question. If you don't read comics, but you like the character, where are you going to get them stories from? Well, hey, Theo. I really want to tell y'all, and I don't even know how to feel about saying this. I can count the action figures that I don't have using my 10 fingers. Marvel characters. I can count the Marvel characters that I don't have. It ain't that many. It ain't that many. So I have my own as a brother who grew up reading. And this is a blessing from God, my wife, everything. As a brother who grew up reading comics to damn near own every character in Marvel Comics, somebody who's a creative writing major with a minor in communication, somebody who is taking the photography classes, so I know where all them angles coming from and everything like that. I don't need you, Marvel. You gave me everything that I needed to tell my own stories. You'll benefit from them because your characters, by and large, will still receive the publicity. It's just that I will still instore faith in the characters. That faith, the confidence. In my earth, we're not going to worry about Monica Rambeau not having a father. She will. We're not going to worry about Monica Rambeau not necessarily being called Captain Marvel. Because watch this. In my universe, Carol Danvers is called Warbird. I'm not calling her Captain Marvel. Got too much respect for my sisters to do that. I'm not doing it. Chadwick said he had to fight the studio for Wakandans to have African accents. Which is crazy, Juju, because you know that. Kaiser Slevin would call this cognitive dissonance. You know that. That's public knowledge. That's public record. But you have people that look like me and you that will keep saying, have faith in Marvel. Chadwick Boseman said that. Now, we need to understand that who's part of the studio? When Chadwick said he had to fight the studio, well, that's Ryan Coogler, Nate Moore, and Kevin Feige. Two of those dudes look like me and you. So why did Chadwick Boseman? Now, mind you, this is the same dude who got a degree in directing at Harvard. We at Howard. We need to understand his degree ain't in acting. His degree not in acting. His degree is in directing because that's what his passion was. The actor had to educate the director and the executive and the head of Marvel Studios. 2 out of 3 of those cats look like me and you, and 2 out of 3 of those cats would have been perfectly fine with them speaking with European accents. But you got folks that look like me and you that will say, believe in Marvel, compromise in Marvel, or wait. Well, if he not living. He not here. If you said have faith and confidence in Chadwick Boseman, you might have something. Because his record in regards to the movie is impeccable. But you telling me to have confidence in 3 other individuals that the actor had to educate after he read the comic book? No, man. T'Challa was a top 7 genius in Marvel, not surely fat. Russo brothers said Chad had no real script for Captain America Civil War. He used comic T'Challa for his performance. That's a damn shame. Imagine if Chadwick never said yes to Chadwick knew T'Challa. Yes, Miss Monique. Yes, he did. Chadwick said he had to fight the student. Yes. So it's like what he said. Not you could research it. Well, he's not alive anymore. And with him not being alive, here's what I got. I know there's such a thing as a synthetic heart-shaped herb. I know in the comics, Eric Stevens, Njadaka, Killmonger, pick one. I know he created that. So even in the movie, I'm not giving credit where credit due. I'm giving it to Shorty. Eric created that damn thing. He gave it to Casper Cole. The dude couldn't even tell me what he was sick from. Do you know why he couldn't? Because the way Reginald Hudlin wrote it, they got the cure for cancer in Wakanda. And the way everybody else then wrote it, not having anything to do with the dude that wrote it the last time, his connection with Bass, the digestion of the heart-shaped herb, makes him immune. So what did he get sick from? The dude who gave us that damn movie didn't even do enough damn respect to. If I put in the comment section right now, because I got a time gap. And if I send it to you, I send it to you. I got a time gap in my Earth 421. A time gap from, let me see, my story takes place right after Njadaka collapsed and fell over and everything like that. Okay, cool. So you get a time jump after that story from 2018 to 2023. You get a time jump and everybody in it. A time jump that explains every damn thing. Like you had Deadliest of the Species sitting right there. Right there. When my grandfather told me not every white person is your friend and not every black person is your enemy, that wasn't, watch this, that was his way of saying stay woke. That was his way of staying woke. You know what I don't understand? And I'm going to let y'all go when I say this. That's just like Darwin died in the First Class movie, how that happened as well. Right. Facts. I'm going to keep tapping this horn to the rooftops. What I would like everybody to do when you leave this video is go find the Derek Bozeman Urban Faith video. And I would like for you to share that video on all of your social media accounts. That video trumps Kevin Feige by 48 hours. Specifically speaking, it's the last 5 to 10 minutes of the video. But we keep talking about what we want. We keep talking about what we need. What we need is unification. We need unification. We do all types of social media challenges and everything like that. Well, my social media challenge, not to the members of the Rock With Me Nation, but I want you to issue this challenge. What was it about what Kevin Feige said that trumps what Derek Bozeman said? Ask people if they would have listened to Derek Bozeman's Yes or no question. If you would have heard this before you heard Kevin Feige, what would your thoughts have been in regards to Black Panther 2? I think it's more than a few that would have wanted T'Challa recast, because there's quite a few now starting to see, hey, this dude need to be back. So keep the foot on the gas. Going back and forth with trolls, no. If you're a creator, use your creative content to get you what you want. If you want to tell T'Challa stories, tell T'Challa stories and everything like that. Shout each other out. Let's share the knowledge. Keep making it do what it do. Action figures. We need to make ourselves more aware in the action figure community. Representation is what it is. The only way we're going to get it is to talk about these action figures and show it. My brother D-Real is going to be dropping some action figure knowledge over there and everything like that. I'll be coming to you some more this week with action figure news, just to let y'all know where we're going. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Thank y'all so much. We stumping like big dogs to 900. We gonna get there. We gonna before the year over with. Now 1,000 before the year 1,000. Before the year 1,000. Like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Get ready for a busy work week. And if you're gonna enjoy the game, then my Steelers lose today. God damn it. Anyway, I ain't saying. I'm just saying. Peace. Avengers 5 review. I got it, Juju. I got it. Question. Do you want me to go straight to Avengers 5, or do you want me to hit you with Avengers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? And they got an Avengers annual out too. So let me know, Juju. You know you rock with me on Twitter and everything like that. Let me know how you want to do it and everything, how you want me to do it, and I'll definitely bring it to y'all. My goal is to knock down at least half the daggone comic book. And I gotta bring y'all. Listen, man. I know it's gonna sound like I'm being a homer, but y'all gotta go check, visit your local comic book shop, see if they got Creed in. Go check that out. If you're a Rocky fan and you was liking the movies and everything like that, listen. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Go check that out. I can honestly tell you that all 3 of her issues were better than any issue that I got from Buddy last year, and that's not me hating. That's me saying it what it is. Black Panther 5 can't come out this week too. That's when I get to put back on the purple polo.